Welcome back, Children of the Night, to another episode of the Infernal Archive. We're bringing you another contemporaneous chiller. On this episode, we're going to go see Final Destination Bloodlines, the 6th or 7th Final Destination movie, not 100% certain. Andrew, could you read from us, from the Scroll of Despair, the little IMDb blurb?
Final Destination Bloodlines is a 2025 American supernatural horror film directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. Plagued by a recurring violent nightmare, a college student returns home to find the one person who can break the cycle and save her family from the horrific fate that inevitably awaits them.
I was ranting a little bit before, but the reason that I'm confused about this, if it's the 6th or 7th Final Destination film, is because of this awful fucking naming convention that some directors like to implement, or writers or whatever. If you are not the person who did the first film in a franchise, you don't get to fucking decide the new naming conventions 8 movies in.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
I'm talking to you, Shane Black. Iron Man 3, he wanted to call Iron Man 3 The Iron Man. That's fucking stupid. And then he called his Predator movie, which is a terrible movie, The Predator. No, you don't get to do that. They
Chronicles of Riddick has some weird thing going on there.
Yeah, that one sucked too. I wish they would have retroactively titled Pitch Black, The Chronicles of Riddick, Pitch Black, and then titled The Chronicles of Riddick, The Chronicles of Riddick something, and then whatever. Like, that would have been great. Like, go back, retroactively change it. I get it. You didn't know it was going to be a franchise when Pitch Black came out. That's fine. You can do that. But the thing, fucking stupid. And they did it with the Final Destination, and I don't know if it was the 4th movie or if it was the 6th movie that they decided that this is the definitive Final Destination. You're not making the fucking definitive movie. Sorry. Get over yourself. You fucking hubris. You egotistical fuck. You are not making the definitive movie of whatever. Don't do it. We don't do those. Have a nice little number, or follow the naming conventions that have been established. John Wick 3 Parabellum. Fucking stupid. Why does that have a subtitle? None of the other ones have a fucking subtitle. Ridiculous. We're gonna go see Final Destination Bloodlines, and then we will give you our thoughts when we are back.
And I am Lucifer, the devil in the flesh.
Welcome back, Children of the Night. We just got back from seeing Final Destination Bloodlines. What a fun time that was. Andrew, what did you think?
Yeah, just super fun. Humor was on point, I would say. If you're into that just like morbid, dark, gory kind of humor thing, this is just like right up your alley, right for you. All the jokes landed for me, so that made it super enjoyable. Definitely kind of went more in that humorous kind of side. The other ones kind of played it a little bit more straight, I think. This one kind of leaned into the silliness and cheesiness
like
of the whole concept. Yeah.
That's the thing, is like the other ones are funny sort of in retrospect, obviously, because it's such a ridiculous scenario. But they do play it very, very straight.
Which I guess is kind of part of the joke, but...
Yeah. And not to say that the characters in this are silly, but it's like you can just tell with the way the deaths happen in this one that it's like, this is a wink, wink, nod, nod. Like, these are the most ridiculous. Like, death has a sense of humor big time in this film.
Oh, this kid's a gold mine!
I gotta say, like, one thing I do need to shout out in this film was, I think it's the last appearance in terms of, at least visually, of Tony Todd, very famous actor. Candyman, if you can't think of him right away, that's like his iconic role from the 90s. Phenomenal actor, done lots of voice work and stuff, just storied guy. He passed away a little while ago, unfortunately. But he's got a scene in this movie, so he's a staple of this franchise. He's appeared 2 or 3 or 4 times, I think. And in this movie, they have like this nice, just a quick scene. It's like 5 minutes or something. And apparently he like ad-libbed a bunch of it, and it's this like really heartfelt call to like enjoy life and appreciate what you have while it's here. And it's just like, it was so cool that the filmmakers like kind of just like allowed this in this film and allowed his final, what everybody kind of knew would be his final appearance to be really impactful. So I thought that was like a pleasant surprise in a movie that's about people getting decapitated by logs and shit.
And it didn't feel shoehorned in either. It felt like it was a good moment to do that in the film as well. Paced very well, I would say. Speaking of the deaths, I think they, again, kind of leaning into the death has a sense of humor. they went all out with the death choreography. It's a combination of CG and stunt stuff, but they went all out with it, and it was awesome. The ending was incredible. The final thing at the end was like, oh man, so fun, so funny.
Yeah, they literally kept up the jokes till the end credits.
Yeah.
It's like the movie is hitting like banger joke. Like it's weird to call a death a joke, but that's what they are. Like these slapstick deaths, they keep it up right until the ending.
I think in particular, I don't think this gives too much away, but basically they're in a hospital trying to find this person to talk to them, and he basically says there's only one way to, like, we all know they're trying to cheat death, so there's only one way. You gotta you gotta kill someone else and steal their time or whatever. And so they're in the hospital and they're talking about that concept, and they walk past the maternity ward and they see the babies, and then they look at each other. They're like, no,
we can't.
It's like up until that point, things have been like super brutal, super over the top, and there's that moment of like, we can't. Look back at the babies. No, we can't do that. And it was just so over the top and fucked up, but really funny. And yeah, I not a whole lot, like everything was good. Like not a whole lot to shout out. It was just a fun experience.
It's weird because it's like, I'm not gonna say that the film does anything really exceptionally. Like, I mean, the obviously the death choreography, like that's what the movie's about. Like that's what it's trying to like do the best, and that is what it does it best.
It delivers,
but it's
for
not
sure.
like there's performances in this that are gonna like blow your mind, or there's writing that's gonna blow your mind, or there's like whatever editing that's gonna blow your, like, none of that or whatever. But it's just like, in terms of Final Destination films, it follows along in the trail blazed by the other ones, but it kind of elevates it a little bit. It's a little bit funnier. It's a little more self-aware. It's a nice return to form. It's kind of how I felt about the newest what was the newest Saw movie? 11? Saw 11 or Saw 10? I can't remember. Saw 11. It was like we had this nice break from the franchise, and Final Destination, like, we had a pretty big break from the franchise. So they brought it back, but they didn't just decide to do like a half-assed sequel. It was like Saw. They came up with like a really interesting spin for the newest one, and which was awesome because the one before that was fucking terrible. And then with this one too, they had like a new angle with the bloodlines and the lineage, and like that's an interesting new way to look at it or whatever. So yeah, I just appreciate that it's like, if you're gonna bring back one of these storied franchises, you don't just do the same thing. Or like, it's weird, you kind of got to do the same thing, but you need to elevate, and you need to like have a different angle on it a little bit to make it interesting.
And you don't want it to feel like a cash grab. Like, this didn't feel like, oh, we're going to do this because we're going to milk this audience. It's like, no, we have an interesting take. It's a different angle. It's something fresh in an old format. And yeah, I think it was successful. I think you kind of knew what you were getting into going into a Final Destination movie. You had hopes for the death choreography and whatever. I think the only thing I would say that maybe surpassed my expectations was, I didn't expect it to be funny. I didn't expect to be laughing out loud. The whole thing. But other than that, it just, you get what you pay for it. It's a Final Destination movie. It delivers on the thing you want it to.
Yeah, if you're a fan, you're gonna love it, and even if you're not a fan, you might also really enjoy it, because it's just like, it is undeniably
That's true.
funny. If you don't like gore, don't go see it. But if you don't mind gore, I'd go fucking see it. It's pretty hilarious. Pretty good time at the movie theater. Andrew, would you like to reveal what we're scoring Final Destination Bloodlines out of 13?
Yeah, so we're doing a 10 out of 13. So 70 something percent, 76%.
Yeah, it's like between 75 and 80. We were talking about this before. It's like, I would struggle to give a Final Destination movie like an above 80%. Like, something about that just doesn't quite feel right to me. But I think it's definitely above the 75%. I think I'm quite comfortable with that.
Yeah, it hit all the marks for the final. Like, is it anything groundbreaking or incredibly new and innovative? Maybe some of the kills, I guess, or some of the deaths, but overall, it just kind of it's a fun, enjoyable experience. I could recommend it to just about anyone, as long as you're not too squeamish. And I would even say it was a pretty great theater experience, just given the spectacle of it all, and being in a room full of people when the big spectacle deaths happen adds to the experience as well.
100%.
So I would say, if it's still in theaters, to catch it if you're interested. And like you said, it might be a good, if you haven't seen any of the other ones or weren't super into them, this might be a good entry point to
and it's like, oh well, maybe I'll check the other ones out.
Maybe we'll check the other ones out retroactively.
Do you want to reveal what the rest of the population thought of this
Yes.
film via the arbiter of all judgment, Rotten Tomatoes.
I think we were pretty close-ish. Not good, I guess not really, but critic score 92% and audience score of 87.
Yeah.
So like pretty.
Everybody liked it.
Everyone
Like,
liked it. I think overwhelmingly positive, and I get it. I get why.
Totally 100%. Like, yeah, it's they brought it back and they didn't do it lazily, and I think that's pretty commendable.
And just in general, very unpretentious and just fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Children of the Night, god damn it. Children of the Night, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Infernal Archive, and we will catch you next time.